In this video, we're going to look at how we can share our passwords on our Mac, iPad, and iPhone. Let's first look at how we do this on the Mac. The first thing we need to do before we can share a password is we have to get to all of our passwords. We have two different ways to do that on the Mac. If you're using an older version of macOS prior to macOS Big Sur, the way that you would do this is by going to Safari's Preferences. So I go over to Safari, and then we go up to Safari in the menu bar. We go over to our Preferences. Under our Preferences, we need to make sure that we're looking at our passwords. I'm going to type in my password here, and now I can see all of my passwords. If I want to share any one of these, I'm going to type in demo site here. So I have my demo site. I want to share this with someone. All I do is just select it, and then what we do is we go over to the share icon. Now, the only way that we can share this is via Airdrop, so I'm not going to be able to share it via messages or mail as an example. So you can only share it with someone that is nearby. But basically, all I do is I just click on this, and you're going to see Airdrop shows, and then I just select who I want to share it with. That's basically all there is to sharing a password. Let's go ahead and cancel this. Now, if you're using macOS Big Sur or Monterey, the way that you would do this is through System Preferences. So now I'm going to close this, and we go up to our Apple menu, and then we go over to our System Preferences, and then you're going to see Passwords. I click on this, I enter in my password, I find my site that I want to share, I click on it, and then we have the share icon. Click on it, and again I can share it via Airdrop. Now let's take a look at how we do this on the iPad and iPhone. Let's first look at it on my iPad. Again, we need to go to where all of our passwords are. So I go up to our settings here, and then what we do is we swipe up until we find our passwords. And from here, what we do is we select our password that we want to share. So I'm going to find demo site here. I click on it, and again in the upper right-hand corner, just like on the Mac, we have our little share icon, and when I click on it, what I'm able to do is share it via Airdrop. Let's look at it on the iPhone. I go over to my Settings app. I swipe up until we find Passwords. I go and find my password. Got to try Face ID again here. Now I go and find my website or my password. This is demo site. I found it. Now what I do is I go up to the share icon, and again, I can share it via Airdrop. So that's how we share passwords on the Mac, iPad, and iPhone. We do this through where we find all of our passwords. On the Mac, we can do this if we're using macOS Big Sur or later. We can do this in System Preferences. On the iPad and iPhone, we do this through the Settings app, and then we go to Passwords. So that's how we share our passwords on the Mac, iPad, and iPhone.